He has what I call the heart of a champion. He always played to win. He always put the team above himself.
Hello and welcome back to our channel. This video is all about Charles Barkley, so let's get started. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Have you ever wondered how to end procrastination and self-sabotage so you can unleash your full potential to live the life you deserve? #1 best-selling author and high-performance coach Peter Sage is hosting a free webinar where he'll teach you how to increase your wealth with less time and struggle, and also how to hyper-boost your growth and success so you can finally break out of any rut you find yourself in. Right now, Peter and his team are offering a free $100 gift to anyone who doesn't find his webinar as the best use of their time within the last 5 years. Now, let's get back to the video.
Charles Barkley was born in 1963 on the 20th of February in Alabama. He is a former American basketball player playing as a strong winger, playing in the NBA from 1984 to 2000. He then became a sports commentator. He is recognized as a specialist in trash talking. He is considered to this day, along with Karl Malone and Tim Duncan, as one of the best strong wingers in history. Education qualification of Charles Barkley. He studied at Leeds High School. As a junior, he couldn't find a spot on the varsity squad and was designated to reserve in part because of his stature. He was 5 foot 10 inches and 220 pounds. However, he grew 6 inches in the space of a summer. He scored at an average of 19.1 points and 17.9 rebounds per game, and rallied his team in the state semifinals. As a short and overweight but still dominant power forward, Charles Barkley was arguably one of the most extraordinary anomalies in basketball. He was the charismatic and funniest person who has ever entered an NBA Hall. In 1993, he finally reached the finals with Phoenix, and lost dramatically. "I'm exactly what America needs, another unemployed black man." After the injury that ultimately ended his career fits the person Charles Barkley like a fist on the eye. Chuckwagon always said exactly what he thought, and didn't care in the least whether that suited people or not. Will I go to heaven? It's going to be a really tight decision. Barkley played for Auburn University for 3 years. In 1984, Barkley was a junior, and he was elected the Southeast Division Player of the Year that year. In an NCAA knockout game that year, Barkley scored 23 points, 80% shooting percentage, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. This was the only time he was in the NCAA knockout stage. During his college years, Barkley was selected as the best team of the century at Auburn University, 3 times to the Southeast Division's best team, and 1 time to the All-American team. In his 3 years of a college career, Barkley averaged 14.8 points, 9.6 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 1.7 blocks per game, and his shooting percentage was as high as 68.2%. While in his car, he was a polarizing figure. On the one hand, Barkley had been a player who, thanks to his athleticism, was able to delight fans with blocks and dunks, although he was regularly at least half a head shorter than his opponents and overweight. On the other hand, he was a bon vivant who liked to eat, party, and drink a lot, and especially in his early years, was a hit on the boulevard. There was the ominous spit incident. Barkley was constantly insulted by a fan and spat in his direction, but met a little girl. Although Barkley quickly apologized and is still friends with his victim to this day, a hit for the newspaper. He fought with the legendary Bad Boy Pistons and took on Shaquille O'Neal. Charles Barkley, the beginnings in Philly. Barkley never worked to become a role model. "If I didn't make $3 million a year dunking a basketball, most people would cross the street when I saw me," he once said. It was all the more fun for the round mound of rebound to calm its critics with his game. After 3 years at college in Auburn, Barkley joined the Philadelphia 76ers as the 5th pick in the legendary 1984 draft. With Julius Dr. J. Irving and Moses Malone, they have 2 former MVPs in their squad and belong to the absolute elite in the East. In Barkley's first year, the Sixers were in the East Finals, where they failed against the reigning NBA champ from Boston. He himself has already established himself as a veritable third option. As a rookie, Barkley put on 14 points and 8.6 rebounds in addition to the 2 Old Stars. In the second year, he increased his yield to 20 points and 12.8 rebounds per game. However, after a playoff out in the second round, the Sixers trade Moses Malone and thus resolve one of the best rebound combinations in league history. A year later, Dr. J joins the team and goes into well-deserved retirement.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. How would you feel knowing that you could pay every bill you have right now as well as any future bills that come in? Commission Hero is a proven system that has helped over 8,000 people earn upwards of $1,000 a day or more. The best part is that there is zero experience needed to get started. In this free training, Robbie Blanchard and his team will teach you the top 3 secrets to how and why this system works, and how it can also work for you. Join the thousands of people who have found success and financial freedom using Commission Hero. Right now, the first 100 people to use the link below will get access to this free webinar. Now let's get back to the video.
Charles Barkley, like Larry and Magic. So from 1987, Sir Charles is the unrestricted star of the team. What is particularly impressive is the versatility of the forward, which is only 1.98 meters tall. Perhaps his most significant strength is getting a defensive rebound and taking off immediately to push the ball through the ring with all his might. Barkley is a predecessor of LeBron James in this regard, only a head shorter and with a slight beer belly. It rarely happens that someone tries to take an offensive foul against this steam engine. On the contrary, his opponents regularly take cover in awe. Even then, Bill Walton compared him to Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Barkley is like Magic and Larry in the sense that they all don't play a position. He plays everything. He plays basketball. No one does what Barkley does. He's a dominant rebounder, a dominant defender, a 3-shooter, a dribbler, a playmaker. Despite all the individual brilliance and the first nomination for the All-NBA First Team, Barkley cannot lead the Sixers into the playoffs without help. He tried everything humanly possible in the next few years, even finishing second in the MVP election in 1990. But Philly couldn't go further than the second round. The lack of success causes the level of frustration to increase significantly until Barkley finally demands, and gets, a trade after the 91-92 season. Before the restart at the Phoenix Suns, however, the Olympic Games were first. Charles Barkley is truly saddened by the loss of friendship with Michael Jordan. For 8 years, Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley have not spoken to each other, and the former Sixers and Suns star player regrets it because he does not feel he has done anything wrong. Like the whole basketball world, Charles Barkley watches The Last Dance every Sunday, and more particularly the last 2 episodes, since they concern in particular the Dream Team and the final against the Suns. At the time, Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley were best friends in the world. They have known each other since the 80s and the preparation for the 1984 Olympic Games. Cold with coach Bobby Knight, Sir Charles had not been retained in the final roster, but a friendship was born during this internship of a few days. One has since become a franchise owner, while the other is one of the most high-profile TV consultants paid to comment on NBA news. Until 2012, everything was fine. Then one day, Charles Barkley let loose on the management of his friend at the head of the Charlotte franchise. He's the best player of all time, but obviously he didn't take well some of the things I said about his managerial qualities, and that's unfortunate. But I have a job to do, he explained a few years ago. Charles Barkley on load management. Charles Barkley believes that with the money NBA players earn, they shouldn't have to resort to targeted rest during the season. Charles Barkley is one of those glorious elders who like to remember how rough they were compared to the current generation. It will not surprise you, Chuck is absolutely opposed to the concept of load management, which is gaining more and more followers in the NBA. For the TNT consultant interviewed on Fox Radio, it is abnormal that a player who is not officially injured can take days off to conserve his health. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.